Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be my Zodiac perfume video, and I regret doing this video. Oh my god, this has been the most stressful video I have ever done. I started this video with 1 to 2 perfumes per sign because I couldn't decide on one perfume that embodied everything. And then I took a page out of Kathleen Light's video. She did this Zodiac video, which this video has been done, but she actually paired each Zodiac with 3. And surprisingly, that did make things easier because I didn't feel like one perfume can embody the traits of the Zodiac sign. I really want you guys to understand that I paired these perfumes up with the Zodiac traits and not you as an individual, because you as an individual, you're not composed of your one sun sign. You're composed of your sun sign, your moon sign, there's your ascendant, there's a whole chart, and then you're just composed of you. So keep all that in mind. This video is supposed to be light, fun, and my problem is I'm sensitive as a Pisces. And for the most part, you guys are amazing. I don't get a lot of negative comments, but there's always someone who ruins it. I'm a very bubbly, positive person, and I don't tolerate negativity on my channel because why? There's so much hate in this world. Why leave negative comments? I don't mind constructive criticism, and I've gotten that. I've thanked people who have nicely told me how to pronounce something, but negativity, the Pisces in me I can't deal with it. I am going to be looking at notes because I tried the whole cool, I know everyone's sign thing. So I went to astrologysodiacsigns.com, and anywhere that I pulled information from, I'm going to have them linked down below. I wanted to pull specific traits and then add to them as I go. I also kind of use people that I know to embody and pick out the perfumes that I wanted to. So I might mention them, but they are going to be like close friends and family. Let's go ahead and get into the video. So we're gonna do things differently. We are going to start with Pisces. Pisces is the last Zodiac sign. We're always last in every video. So I'm a Pisces, and it's my party, and I'll change it if I want to. So that's what we're gonna do. I am gonna put Pisces in the front, and then I'll go through Aries, and I'm gonna end with Pisces because I want to end it on a fun note, because I know some people are gonna be hurt, especially Aries. I'm gonna do 3 perfumes for each sign, and then at the end I'm gonna do what perfume I feel embodies me as a Pisces and all my different like signs and personality. So let's go ahead and start with Pisces, and I'm gonna read off their traits. So Pisces is a water sign. It's the last constellation of the Zodiac. It's symbolized by 2 fish swimming in the opposite direction, representing the constant division of a Pisces attention between fantasy and reality. So we're sensitive, we're big time daydreamers, we're creative, we're fun. We also have a little bit of each sign in us. We're like chameleons in a way. I know people have used like we're the empath. We're like the most psychic, they say, of all the signs, and we can almost take on the mood of another sign that we're around, and I can kind of see that. We also really want to be liked by many, but let me read the traits that are in here. Our strengths: we're compassionate, artistic, intuitive, gentle, wise, and musical. And then our weaknesses are we're fearful, overly trusting, sad, desire to escape reality, and we can be a victim or a martyr. Now the sad thing, and I'm gonna do that too. If I don't find something to be accurate, I'm gonna point it out. All the Pisces I know, and this is a sign that I have friends, and like my cousin is a Pisces as well. We're pretty positive people. We're definitely half glass full. So I didn't get the whole sadness part. I know I'm not a sad person, but again, we have our whole other chart. So the perfumes that I paired up with Pisces are Angel by Mon Guerlain, and this is the Eau de Toilette, and this is the more likable version. This is sweet, fruity. There's green apple in here. This is patchouli, and I picked this for the daydreamer in Pisces. And then I picked Acqua Di Gioia because I've always said, and this is by Giorgio Armani, I've said in the past that if there was one perfume that I could pick for the Pisces sign, would be this one. This is aquatic, it's fresh, it's likable, it's attention grabbing because Pisces, you know, we like compliments. So this leaves an amazing sillage, and I've always said that if we had one choice, it would be this one. And then for my last one, this one kind of embodies my cousin. She's a Pisces, and this is Olympea by Paco Rabanne. And this is another one that represents the fish. It represents our water sign. This is very beachy, but not in an aquatic way. This is like salty beach air, and if there's one place that my cousin longs to be, it's by the beach. I always say that Pisces were mermaids in past lives. So this has vanilla, it has ambergris. Again, this has a saltiness. This is the beach air. This is breathing in the beach air as the sun is going down and you're standing by the pier. So yeah, those are the 3 perfumes that I paired with Pisces. Now let's start with the first sign of the zodiac, and that is Aries. And their symbol is the ram, and their element is fire. So their ruling planet is Mars, and that is the planet of war. So the only reason why I point that out is because they got a strong ruling planet, they have a strong element, and they're the first sign. And as the first sign, they tend to, I don't want to say they're not know-it-alls, but they do take on that role of being that protective older sibling. And the person who I know in this sign is my dad, and he is very much blunt. He is no filter, but he's hilarious. Okay, so the strengths are they're courageous, determined, confident, enthusiastic, optimistic, honest, and passionate. My dad isn't always optimistic, but... And then their weaknesses are impatient, moody, short-tempered, impulsive, and aggressive. Now, I will say that the Aries that I do know, they're short-tempered and they can be hot-headed, but they can easily forget what it is that made them angry. So when looking for an Aries, and I know I'm going to piss some Aries off, I'm sorry. I wanted bold, strong, unapologetic scents. And Tom Ford. I know there are going to be Aries who don't like this, but again, guys, I am pairing this up with your traits, not you as a person. I needed someone bold to represent Aries, and the 2 that I have in my collection are Tom Ford scents. We have Black Orchid, and this one is, I did write some notes. So this one's warm, spicy, it's earthy, it's woody. There's incense in here. I don't know if it's chocolate or cacao. I have to be in the mood for this scent. And then Velvet Orchid, this is rum, this is warm, spicy, this is honey, this is florals. Then there's this suede that I always say kind of smooths the scent out. This has myrrh. Yeah, it takes some real tough people to pull this off. And then the perfume that I picked to embody my dad, this one's a little bit more, I would say, on the likable side. This is Black Perfecto La Petite Robe Noire. And this is rose, cherry, and leather. And I picked this because of my dad's Harley. That's right, my dad, 62 now, has this badass Harley. So that's who I kind of picked to embody this last scent. So next is Taurus. They're the second in the zodiac, and their symbol is bull, and their element is earth. And the Taurus that I know several Taurus, but the Taurus that's closest to my heart is my brother. And like the bull, he is very strong-headed. He likes to be in serene environments. He loves nature. They are ruled by the planet Venus, which is the planet of love and beauty and like luxury. And my brother don't need like luxurious things. He does love beauty, but in its simplest form. Okay, so the strengths of a Taurus, they're reliable, patient, practical, devoted, responsible, and stable. Like their earth sign, they like to be grounded. Their weaknesses, they can be stubborn, possessive, and uncompromising. So with my brother, it is kind of like an all or nothing thing. So I needed strong scents, but also sweet and also romantic scents, because Taurus, they're hopeless romantics like Pisces. So the 2 that I picked were Jimmy Choo, the Eau de Parfum, and then La Nuit Tresor by Lancôme. And La Nuit Tresor is sweet, fruity, warm, spicy, caramel, and patchouli. And there's incense in here and praline. And I felt like this embodied, you know, their earth sign, also their sweet side and like their romantic side. But also the incense to me represents their like tough side, their stubbornness a little bit. And then since they are ruled by the planet of beauty, I mean, how beautiful is this bottle? And then this is similar but different. This is a little bit more earthy. This one has toffee and patchouli, so there is an earthiness to this one. But these are earthy, more leaning on your sweet side, so they have a sweetness to it. Well, when it came to my brother, the perfume I thought of immediately was Nomade. And I don't know if Chloe Nomade, because this is spelled with an E, and Nomade in English doesn't have it, but they're travelers. And I know that it doesn't say that Taurus are travelers. It made them more out to be homebodies, but the Tauruses that I know, they do like to travel. I don't know, when I thought of this one, this has an earthiness to it. This is also comforting. There's something about this scent that's just so comforting. This is also, could be like a signature scent. This has like a Marabelle, I believe is how you say it. Either Marabelle or Marabelle plum in it. So it's got this juicy sweetness, but it has like oak moss and patchouli. I do pick up the oak moss in here. And it's just earthy and clean, and something I could totally see. I don't know, even the shape of the bottle. I just can totally see a Taurus wearing this one. Okay, then next we have our Geminis. And Gemini is a sign that I'm very familiar with. So I would say that besides Pisces, Gemini, Virgos, Libras, Saggies, and Aquarius are signs that I have quite a few friends and family in those signs. I have a very big family. So this one I paired with 3 sets. So they're gonna have the most. They even have more than me. And that's because I do find Geminis very much to represent their symbol. So a Gemini is the twins. And I do feel like every Gemini has 2 sides to them. Like they have 2 personalities. So I went with Mon Guerlain because they are an air element. So I wanted something airy and I wanted something that represents them. Let me go ahead and read off their traits. So Gemini, they're gentle, affectionate, curious, adaptable, ability to learn quickly and exchange ideas. And then their weaknesses are they're nervous, inconsistent, and can be indecisive. So this to me just represented, you know, their kind side, their airy side. And I do feel like those are their toned down side because again, they have another face. And I would say it's their alter ego almost. So I would say at the core, this is, you know, them. Airy, light, fun. But I do feel like there's more to Gemini than what I pulled. So I went a little further. They are ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication. And I think it's important to say that because the Geminis I know are intelligent. They're very, I have notes. They're charismatic, very intelligent, perceptive, analytical. That was the word I was looking for. They're versatile, comfortable being introverts and extroverts. Again, it's the whole double side of them. They have their personality and then their alter ego, I swear. So I thought it was funny that when I looked up Angelina Jolie after I picked this, I just looked her up because I wanted to see where she fit. She's actually a Gemini, which she is the face of Mon Guerlain. So I thought that was pretty perfect. Now, for the 2 perfumes that I picked for the people I know. One of my closest friends, Jenny, she's a Gemini. And all the Geminis that I know are very much work and then play. They put their whole self into whatever it is that they do. They're, again, very analytical. And just like they love to plan, their other side is also spontaneous. I find that a lot of Geminis love to plan, but sometimes their plans can go in another direction. They're also very spontaneous. Again, there are literally 2 people in one. So this is her work side. This is Valentino's Donna. And this is floral, this is powdery. There is a leather note to this. This is very pretty signature scent. And then this is Valentino's Donna Born in Roma. And this one is woody, vanilla, fruity, soft, spicy, powdery, floral, musky, green, and sweet. And this is the fun, sexy side. This is, I'm at work, don't play. And then this is, all right, work is done, time for fun. Which Geminis, you know, they have two personalities. And then my cousin, Natalie, she's a Gemini and she has two sides too. She has a very laid back, down to earth side, and she has an intense side. So I wanted to pair her up with Lauren. This is very much a signature scent. This is tuberose. This is inoffensive. This is pretty. This is understated. It's not anything loud. It is one that I actually got compliments wearing out. I didn't think this one would garner me compliments, but it did. And then the intense version is just a more stronger version of this. So this is white floral, woody, tuberose, fruity, powdery, amber, soft, spicy. This has sandalwood, amber, blackcurrant, neroli, pink pepper. So this one is definitely the going out version of this one. So they got 6 because Geminis very much represent that twin. The next is Cancer, and their element is water, and they are represented by the crab. And their ruling planet is the moon. And the reason why I think it's important to know that is because they kind of have many moods. They can be a little moody. My ascendant is actually a Cancer. So their strengths are they're tenacious, highly imaginative, loyal, emotional. They can be sympathetic and persuasive. Their weaknesses, moody, pessimistic, suspicious, manipulative, and they can be insecure. I wanted something that kind of represented, because Cancers can also be a little bit of a homebody. They could either catch them like by the beach or maybe out in like the wilderness, out in the woods. They like seclusion, but they will you know, hang out. But if they're around people, they are definitely not out trying to get attention. They're usually the ones in the group that are just kind of like laid back and, you know, hanging out and having a good time. So I wanted something kind of warm, but also fits like their many moods. And I, for whatever reason, kept thinking of Lavandes Trianon by Lancome. And this is lavender, vanilla, lactonic, aromatic. This is fresh spicy, and this is powdery. This is a scent that is warm. It's very comforting, but it has this herbalness to it. It's kind of aromatic, and I don't know why, I just kept thinking of a Cancer when I thought of this one. And then another one that I find to be very clean and like musky is Narciso Poudre. And this one is just soft, it's powdery, it's got a sweetness to it. This is understated. Again, Cancers, I don't find them to be very in your face. And the scent that I feel like really embodies a Cancer and also kind of embodies my cousin who's a Cancer, that is Nina Ricci's Chant D'Extase. And this is sweet, marine, caramel, fruity, citrus. This is aromatic. This is musky, warm, spicy, vanilla. So this to me embodies their water sign. It embodies their warm side. It has a saltiness. But again, they like to be, you could find them maybe on the beach or out in the wilderness. They like their alone time. I mean, we like our alone time as Pisces as well. But I would say a Cancer likes it even more. So those are the 3 that I paired up with a Cancer. Okay, and then next we have Leos. Leos, their symbol is a lion. Their element is fire. And their ruling planet is the sun, which, like the sun, Leos like to be the center of attention. I think everyone has heard about Leos. They're the fiery sign. They're the ones that are like in your face. They like to be the life of the party. So let's go over their strengths. They're creative, passionate, generous, warm-hearted, cheerful, and humorous. Some of their weaknesses are they could be arrogant, stubborn, self-centered, lazy, and inflexible. Now, I don't have a lot of Leos in my life, but I do have one, and she ain't lazy. She has 3 jobs. So let's just start right there. So immediately when I thought of a Leo, I thought of Coco Mademoiselle, the Eau de Parfum Intense. And I thought of this because to me, this is in your face. This is a scent that will get you noticed. I can always tell when someone's wearing Coco Mademoiselle. This is intense. This is fiery to me. This is sexy. And when I was looking up famous people for different signs, this is actually Coco Chanel's sign. She's a Leo. That was the second time I did that on my own, but that was the first perfume I thought of. And then the other perfume I thought of was Dolce & Gabbana's The Only One Intense. And to me, this just represents more of their like vivacious, intense personality. This has coconut in it. This has jasmine. It's clean. It's fun. This is the one time when I do find the intense to be the intense. And then the last one I would say embodies my friend Melissa. And this is Si Le Parfum by Giorgio Armani. And this one is fruity, warm, spicy, and boozy. I find the whole C line to be like a boozy, fruity floral. More partying, going out. This or C Intense. But yeah, either this one or C Intense is, to me, a total Leo. Okay, and then Virgo. I got a lot to say with Virgos. So I do feel like Virgos, they're kind of a misunderstood sign. And I actually have 2 very close friends with Virgos, and then my husband's a Virgo. So I found 3 perfumes right away that I feel embody a Virgo and embody each of them. So we're gonna get started with my husband first. And I'm not saying this because I'm biased. It's because I know 3 Virgos who love this scent. And that is Alien by Mugler. When I think of a Virgo, first of all, Virgos are very simple. This has simple notes. Virgos are very clean. This has a very clean jasmine. And they are an earth element. This has a very earthiness to it. I've always said that. This is Virgo in a bottle. This is luxury. They like the finer things in life. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So let me go over the traits real quick and then we'll get into it. Strengths: loyal, analytical, kind, hardworking, practical. Weakness: shyness, which I'm gonna go over that. They worry, overly critical of self and others, all work and no play. Now, I don't agree with any of these weaknesses because my husband works and then he likes to play. In fact, every Virgo I know works and likes to play afterwards. I also think that they are not self-critical of themselves, but yes, they are of others. And I do not think they're shy. And this is what I mean by I think Virgos are often misunderstood. Virgos come off as shy because they're the type that when you meet them, they're not in your face. But that's because they are off in the back analyzing the group. If there's a party, they're the ones standing back analyzing the room. Every Virgo I know is like this. They are the ones, not in a bad way, they're not judging you, but they're sizing you up. They're getting to know you before you come and approach them. So don't confuse that for shyness, because I have yet to meet a shy Virgo, and I have a lot in my life. My husband loves this scent. One of his co-workers, who is also a Virgo, loves this scent so much that he bought his Virgo wife this scent, and it's her signature scent. This is Virgo in a bottle, guys. It is. It is. You can't tell me otherwise. Another scent that to me is very Virgo, and this is my best friend Rebecca, is Florabotanica by Balenciaga. This is fresh. This is aromatic. This is rose. There's cannabis in here, like cannabis plant, even though I don't know what a cannabis plant smells like, but this is fresh. There's a dryness to it. I do find that Virgos have this kind of dry sense of humor, but they're funny. They are funny. But if you guys haven't seen my husband rates my perfumes, check that video out. That is dryness to its core, but they're hilarious. So this is my friend in a bottle. And then we have Kayali Elixir. This is my friend Melissa. This is patchouli. There's an earthiness. This is rose, but this is sexy. This is the darker side of a Virgo, because yes, they got a dark side. This is the play side, because Virgos, they like to play even though it says they don't. That's because Virgos are misunderstood. My most compatible sign is a Virgo. I get along with them very well. Next up is Libra, and Libra is another I love Libras, guys. My mom's a Libra. My sister's a Libra. My cousin Jeannie's a Libra. My dog's a Libra. Libras are creative. Like the scales, their symbol is the scales. They like balance in their life. They don't like confrontation. They're often Switzerland. They're very imaginative. They are hopeless romantics, just like Pisces, and very artistic. So strengths: cooperative, diplomatic, gracious, fair-minded, and social. Weaknesses: indecisive, avoids confrontations, will carry a grudge, and self-pity. When thinking of Libras, my sister said is what I thought of first, but I also thought of Dolce & Gabbana's The Only One. So this is just a fruity, coffee, warm, sweet scent. Signature worthy. I know a lot of people say they wouldn't wear this like during the summer, but I wear this year round. This is a very comforting scent, and I think it embodies a Libra's like airiness, their romantic side, because they're a little bit more understated. They're not as theatrical as I would say a Pisces is. When I think of this scent, I think of reading a book at a coffee shop. I don't know why. And a lot of Libras are like that. You can find them in a coffee shop. You can find them reading a book. So I thought of my mom when I thought of this, and our many coffee time moments with me, my mom, and my sister. So that is the first one I paired up. Then I paired up Chance, and this is Eau Vive by Chanel. And this is for my cousin Jeannie. Now she loves Eau Tendre. That's been her signature scent for years. I picked Eau Vive because I wanted something airy like Eau Tendre, but I wanted something with a kick, because Libras, even though they don't like confrontation, if you get in their face, another side of them will come out. A Libra isn't, how should I put this? They're not feisty until they're feisty. Like a Libra wants balance, but once you've passed that line, they'll come at you. So I wanted something with a kick. So this represents my cousin Jeannie, because again, it's airy, it's light, it's fresh, there's grapefruit in here, there's citrus, but it's got a kick from the grapefruit. So yeah, this is my favorite of the line. Total Libra though. Okay, and then last is Zadig and Voltaire's. This is her. And this is airy. This is unisex. It's sweet, it's lactonic, it's clean. There's, I don't know if it's hazelnut or chestnut, but this has a nuttiness to it. It's got a creaminess from the whipped cream. It's fluffy. There's sandalwood in here. This is like a very well balanced perfume. This is actually one of my sister's favorite perfumes. And I think it's just because she doesn't like anything too overly fresh. She doesn't like anything too overly sweet. And I think the only sweetness that she likes is like from vanilla. She doesn't like anything that is too gourmand. And I don't find this one very gourmand. It's like perfectly balanced with the sandalwood and the chestnut and the whipped cream. It's just, again, perfectly balanced. Next, we have Scorpios. I've changed Scorpios several times. Like, Scorpios is a sign that is very misunderstood. First of all, they are often mistaken for a fire sign. They're actually a water sign, and they're represented by the scorpion. Again, they're often mistaken for a fire sign because they have a kind of fiery side to them. So some of their strengths are they're resourceful, they're brave, they're passionate, stubborn, and a true friend. Their weaknesses are they're distrusting, jealous, secretive, and violent. The two people that come to mind are my stepdaughter and my cousin Jenny. And they do have those traits. Like, they are very loyal, but they're the people who, like Virgos, they are sizing you up, but they are doing it by asking you questions. So you think they're being friendly, but actually they're trying to figure you out. So they're the ones that are like asking you like 100 questions, but they're super likable. So you're like divulging this information, not even knowing that it's going into their memory bank, because they are figuring you out. Because a Scorpio you have to earn a Scorpio's trust. You have to earn a Virgo's trust, and you have to earn a Scorpio's trust. Like, They are 2 signs, and Cancer. They are 3 signs that they aren't very trusting. They're also ruled by Pluto and Mars, and Pluto is often associated with like the underworld. I thought that was interesting. But for the kind of, I had to kind of compartmentalize. I can't say that word. I had to separate them out. There wasn't anything that embodied them completely. So for their kind of spicy scorpion sign, I picked Rose Rouge by Van Cleef and Arpels. This is a little translucent, so I guess that could be their water sign, but yeah, this is like a soft, spicy, boozy rose. There's vetiver in here, so it is like sexy, but it's very well blended in this perfume. And then I wanted something to kind of represent their aquatic side, and I came up with MAC Turquatic. This is fresh, this is floral. Yeah, this has a zestiness to it, so it's still keeping in line with their little zesty personality. But I needed something that was like cutthroat, because Scorpios to me can be very cutthroat. And that's when I thought of Carolina Herrera's Good Girl. Like, these killer heels is totally Scorpio. I mean, Scorpios they're feisty. And this is just a pretty cacao, kind of smoky, tuberose, I believe this is white florals. Let me see. This is white florals. This has jasmine. This is woody, powdery, coffee, sweet, cacao. This is a perfume that a lot of people don't like, so I'm sure there'll be a Scorpio that's like, I don't like Good Girl. Pick one of the other ones. So, okay, then Saggies. Sagittarius. This is another sign I'm very familiar with. I have several Saggy friends, but also my cousin I grew up with, Jessica, is a Sagittarius. We're 3 months apart, and she's a Spitfire. So Sagittarius, their symbol is the archer, and their element is fire. And the first perfume I thought of immediately was Absolution by Lavandes Trianon. Oh my god. This is sexy. This is spicy, warm spicy. This doesn't have a cherry note, but this has something that comes off very cherry in the opening. This is sweet, caramel, cinnamon, woody, almond. This is sex in a bottle. I mean, this is stunning. And then I also thought of Twilly D'Hermes, because Saggies, I saw in one site that said that they're friendly. And while they are friendly, they're another sign that they're not trusting. Like, they're talkative and they'll be friendly with you, but that doesn't mean they trust you. Like, they probably aren't. One of their weaknesses is that they can be a little judgmental. Of course, once they get to know you, that can change, but they're not a trusting sign. So Twilly D'Hermes, this is a very beautiful floral with a kick. This has a ginger note in it that to me takes like kind of a strong woman. When I thought of my cousin, I thought of these two, because this is a baddie, but this is more of like your fun baddie. And then this is L'Extase Rose Absolute. This is just a sexy rose. I find a lot of the Sagittarius that I know, my friends and like my cousin, they're very sexy. They're also a sign that they're not looking to be the center of attention, but typically they are. So I kind of needed like in your face sense, because again, they're not out looking for attention, but they're often the sign that gets unwanted attention. People slipping in their DMs. So, and let me go over their strengths and weaknesses. So their strengths are they're generous, idealistic, so they're not like us in La La Land. They're very much kind of like Virgos, you know, black and white. They want facts. They have a great sense of humor. And their weaknesses are they promise more than they can deliver. They can be impatient and will say anything no matter how undiplomatic. So I wouldn't say like no filter, but they're gonna be very honest with you. When you want a real answer, don't go to a Pisces or a Libra. We don't want to hurt your feelings. We really don't. We'll tell you if you push, but we don't want to hurt your feelings. If you want someone to tell you how it is, Aries, and Saggies. They're gonna, and Virgos. Your Virgo friends, your Sagittarius friends, and your Aries friends, they're going to be very upfront with you, and they're gonna tell you how it is. Those are the ones that I know. I'm sure there are more, but those are the three that will always be very honest with you. They'll keep it real. Geminis can be like that, but you never know which side you're gonna get. So, okay, and then next is Capricorn. Now, I don't have many Capricorns in my life, except for my goddaughter. So I really had to take her and then her traits. The sign of a Capricorn is a sea goat. And then their element is earth. So I did try to pick perfumes based on the traits and their element, just because I'm not as familiar with many Capricorns. But their strengths are they're responsible, they're disciplined, self-control, and they have good manners. Some weaknesses is that they're know-it-alls, unforgiving, condescending, and expecting the worst. Now, my goddaughter isn't any of those. Like, she isn't a know-it-all. I don't find her to be unforgiving, and she's certainly not condescending. But she is very mature. She's been mature. She's 21 now, but she's been mature pretty much since she was young. She's very, very beautiful inside and out. All of these embody her, because first of all, she's my goddaughter. I love her. But second of all, I'm not familiar with that sign very well, but I picked Prada La Femme. This is floral, tuberose, beeswax, woody, and powdery. This has a cleanness to it, but there's this beeswax note that makes this different. This is mature, but not too mature. I saw some other places where, like, they say Capricorns are going to be like your designated driver. They're going to be the friend that's watching out for you at the party. And yes, that would be my goddaughter. The next one I picked was a Zara Wanted Girl. And this isn't as, I would say, as mature, but this is sweet. This has dulce de leche, white flour. This is lactonic, warm, spicy, caramel, vanilla, patchouli. This is very well blended. This has pink pepper, because she does have a little kick to her. She does have a little side to her. But this is good. So, I mean, even though I'm not familiar with your sign, you all got good ones. And then the last one I would say embodies her completely, from the beautiful bottle to the juice inside, and that is Lalique Soleil. This scent, I know I've said it's one I wouldn't pay the price tag on, but that's just me being frugal. But this is still a beautiful scent. This is soft, spicy. This is another lactonic scent. This is airy. This is unique. I don't have anything like this, but it's understated. Like, it's not unique, like powerhouse unique. It's just unique in the most understated way, which my goddaughter is. All of these scents are likable. They're not in your face. They're not like bold, powerful scents, but still beautiful signature scents. Next, we have Aquarius. So for my Aquarius, I did pick several to represent them, because Aquarius is another sign that I felt like I had to pull from different sites. But Aquarius, their element is air, and they're represented by the water bearer. And their strengths are progressive, original, independent, and humanitarian. And their weaknesses are runs from emotional expression, temperamental, uncompromising, and aloof. They're another sign that I would put in the analytical category. I would also say that they're very intelligent. Almost every Aquarius I know is intelligent. And when I say intelligent, I don't mean that they're all in like boss roles, but they're intelligent in whatever field it is that they're in. Meaning they're good in their trade. They are very good at what they do. And they're very much another sign that's work and play. Like, they know how to focus on work, and then when work is done, they like to have fun. So the first perfume I paired up with an Aquarius is Ariana Grande's Cloud. And that's because this represents kind of their air, their kind of easy breezy, airy sign. Yeah, this has lavender, this is sweet, this is coconutty, there's whipped cream in here. This is just, again, their airy, kind of laid back side to them. One of my closest friends, Ashley, is an Aquarius, and this is her in a bottle. Okay, and then I would say that this one's probably more so my cousin. And then this next one is YSL Libre. And this represents their analytical side. This represents their boss side. Because to me, again, whether they are a boss or they're not, they are definitely like a boss kind of personality. So I wanted a boss type scent. They are always trying to get to that next level. And I wanted something that represented that, but I wanted it still on the sweet side, because Aquarius aren't like Aries where they're like in your face. I find them again to be more chill and laid back. So I picked the intense version because it's a little sweeter, it's a little bit more likable. I do think Aquarius is a sign that's likable, so that's why I picked this. And this is lavender, this is vanilla, this is tonka bean, this, I believe this has citrus as well, but the original is more citrus. Yeah, and this represents kind of their analytical boss side, because they're another one that, you know, they're very hard workers, the Aquarius I know. And then I wanted something for their sexy, flirty side. Most Aquarius will tell you that they're just friendly. And we as Pisces say that too. But I needed something to represent that friendly side of an Aquarius, and that's Scandal by Night. Almost every Aquarius I know is a drinker and knows how to party. They're a sign that I enjoy partying with. I have many a nights with my friend Ashley. They're a little bit like Saggies. They're a sign that get attention without trying. But they're definitely a sign that people are drawn to them. They're sexy. So I needed to put these legs with an Aquarius. This is basically a honey, cherry, buttery tuberose scent. Sexy, deep, it's animalic. But the animalic in here is, it doesn't get too dirty, I would say. Just a little bit, just a touch. All right, and now we're at the end. We're not gonna go over Pisces, but the last sign in the zodiac is Pisces. So now is when I wanna have a little bit of fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick 2 bottles that represent me as a Pisces. And then you guys go ahead in the comments and let me know your sign and what embodies you. Because again, I gave you what embodies a Pisces, but to me, this embodies me as a person who knows her chart. So the 2 perfumes that I picked was Delina by Parfums de Marly and Disney and House of Sillage. And this one I picked because this embodies the hopeless romantic in me. This is pretty, it's feminine, it's rosy. It's got rhubarb and lychee, so it's got a kick to it. There's a sharpness to this scent, which to me is my Scorpio sign, my moon in Scorpio. So definitely this one. And then this, I would say, out of the 2, embodies me completely. This embodies my hopeless romantic side. This embodies my fish. This is a tropical scent. There's coconut in here, bergamot, it's fresh. This also has spiciness to it from the cardamom, so it's got that kick to it that a Scorpio has. And then the Disney ears, I mean, how much of a daydreamer is that? So I guess if there was one completely, it would definitely be this one. So that is my scent as a Pisces who knows her chart. You guys let me know in the comments below, what is your scent that you would pair with your sign? But that will do it for today's very long and winded video. I have shot this video like 20 times. I'm over it. I don't want to see a Zodiac perfume video for a very long time. But that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And guys, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.